Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another movie update. This time we're back talking about X-Men Days of Future Past. So some new images have been put out of some of the cast members in costume, which I want to talk about. But I also want to go over the casting. Of course, this is going to be a mix between the original X-Men films that we've seen and this new generation of films. Jennifer Lawrence, obviously back as Mystique. Nicholas Holt, however you pronounce his name, is coming back as Beast. Hugh Jackman is going to play a huge role as Wolverine, which there's apparently, spoiler, if you don't want to hear this, you haven't seen the Wolverine, skip ahead about 20, 30 seconds. There is a mid-credit scene where Wolverine is in an airport. Um, Metal starts floating, turns around. There's Ian McKellen as Magneto. Obviously, has his powers back. Tries to get him to join up. Says there's something that's happening. Doesn't want to do it. Notices everybody's frozen. Patrick Stewart as Professor X wheels around, and Wolverine's like, "How? How?" And he's, as I told you before, you're not the only one with gifts. So it's a lead in into this next X-Men film, which is going to be freaking awesome. Um, Anna Paquin's supposed to come back as Rogue. We're going to see Ellen Page as Shadowcat, who's going to have a role in it. Peter Dinklage is going to play Bolivia Trask, who builds the Sentinels. Fassbender, obviously the younger version of Magneto. Halle Berry is going to return as Storm. Um, McAvoy is coming back as Beast. There's rumor that James Marsden is going to show up as Cyclops, which will be kind of cool. Um, Evan Peters is going to show up as Quicksilver, so that's going to be interesting. We've got Sean Ashmore that's coming back as Iceman. Lucas Till, again, will come back as Havoc. Daniel Cudmore is going to be Colossus again. Um, Omar Sy, Bishop. We've got pictures of Bishop, actually. We're also going to have Blink uh, in the film, who's going to be Bing Bing Fan, which is kind of interesting. Sunspot is rumored to be in it as with Aiden Canto. So yeah, some interesting stuff going on here. So let's look at um, the official pictures that have been put out, and I want to talk about some of these actors who are rumored of some of the new mutants that we might actually see show up in this film. All right, first up, we've got a picture of Beast. So here's McAvoy back as Beast. Really, not much of a difference from our uh, first class version of him. Pretty much looks the same. It's a shame that Kelsey Grammer's not coming back as the older version of Beast. It'd be kind of funny to see the two together. I think would make a really great scene. If any of the old versions and new versions come together, which I doubt that happens, but it would be funny to see those two coming together from a curious scientific point. All right, so here's our first official image of Omar as Bishop. I love the mutant tattoo over his, or scar, or whatever you want to call it, over his eye. Looking very cool. Very, very, very cool looking. Definitely Bishop like. I'm definitely digging it. Like the red eyes. A little darker. I'm used to the 80s Bishop where he's got a lot of blue and yellow, but you know what? That's okay. I'm digging the look. I'm digging the character. I think he's going to be an awesome addition to the film. All right, and here we have Cudmore in his outfit for the film as Colossus. Really, he hasn't changed much. I don't think I've seen this dude in anything except the X-Men movies, and he really didn't have that prominent of a role. So I'm hoping we get to see him a little bit more screen time in this film because it's a great character. Love the character. All right, and here we have Havoc in his costume. Again, not much different from the original. Definitely cool. Love the focusing plate on his chest that Beast made in the first one. Looking very intense, very cool. It'll if they can get Marsden back for Cyclops, I think it would be a great scene with the two of them together. I just think it'd be a very poignant scene with those two. And here we have Sir Ian McKellen as Magneto one more time. And very dark, very militaristic suit. In fact, a lot of the X-Men cast members from the original films, every official photo we've seen them in costumes, all in black, very militaristic. So I think the future we're going to see is going to be very dark, very gritty. And here we have Patrick Stewart sporting his outfit. Again, very dark, very gritty, very armored, very bleak future I see for this Days of Future Past, which is pretty accurate. It'll definitely be interesting, that is for sure. Looking very intense, very. All right, so we know that Evan Peters is going to be Quicksilver. He's definitely been confirmed as being a mutant in the film. He's also supposed to be in, or the character is supposed to be in the next Avengers film. So I'm presuming they're going to call him Quicksilver in this one. They'll probably call him by his name. In the Avengers film, I doubt the same actor will be playing the roles because we have two different movie studios. Who knows? But I definitely know he's in this film, and Josh Whedon wants the character in Avengers 2 because there's a need for the character, and of course he was an Avenger at one point. So, thanks to Captain America reforming a bunch of villains, and I presuming they're going to pull the uh, whole son of Magneto thing in this film. They have to. You've got to, because he's definitely going to be in the future version with Magneto being older. Maybe he goes back with Wolverine. I don't know. So, okay, and this is going to be apparently our Warpath. Boo Boo Stewart. Boo Boo, really? Oh, that's all. Why? Why? I just don't get it. Apparently, he's going to be Warpath, which is kind of interesting because there's rumor of an X-Force film that is coming out, and personally, I would rather see Warpath in that film. I'd like to see, the Liefeld version with the Cable and Warpath and Domino and Cannonball. I think that would be very, very cool. So, but apparently, this is the kid that's going to play Warpath. Definitely looking young. He looks cut. Yeah, sure, I can see it once I get everything done. Oh goodness, why would you name your child Boo Boo? I don't know, Yogi. And we go from Boo Boo to Bing Bing. Yes, folks, that just happened. That's not a lie. Bing Bing Fan is going to be rumored to play Blink, which is interesting. She originated in the Generation X comic, which I loved when it started out. I thought that was fantastic. It was a New Mutants book. It was the replacement for the New Mutants. Uh, Great comic, great character. Blink was one of my favorite characters. I never pictured Blink as Asian though, so that's kind of interesting. But sure, why not? You know, she's very pink, so I mean, yeah, she can pull the anime thing off, kind of the manga thing, I guess. Use a hot little Asian chick, sure, why not? Bing Bing and Boo Boo, yeah, those will be some interesting credits. All right, and finally, we've got a rumor that Sunspot is going to be in this film, and it's going to be played by this guy, Aiden Canto. I have no clue who he is. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. He's kind of one of the young, hot, CW-looking dudes. He's got kind of the crazy hair, which Sunspot pretty much that's you saw kind of brushy, wavy, curly hair, and he was pretty much black. And yeah, so that'll be interesting. I'm sure he'll be very CG in the film if they go the route of um, the comics. Maybe he'll look like this until he activates his mutant powers, a lot like Iceman. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for it. So there it is, the latest on X-Men Days of Future Past. Very much looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get the old school X-Men mixed in with this new generation. We're going to get uh, a group of new mutants, pun intended, and I think it's going to be fun. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment, leave a video. Um, we'll probably have more updates as this movie progresses and gets a little bit closer to us. So thanks for watching, and look for more videos in the future.